Why do shonen manga capture millions worldwide? Manga like Naruto, One Piece, and Dragon Ball are some of the most popular manga of all time. These three titles alone have sold about 1 billion copies worldwide. What's the recipe to creating an addictive shonen manga that boys, girls, grown men, grown women, and even your grandpa would love? Make sure to stick around until the very end, because in this video, you'll learn how to make your own shonen manga that your readers will be glued to. Over the last 3 years, we've worked with pro-Japanese mangakas who have a combined experience of over 50 years in the industry. We've mentored nearly 400 anime and manga artists who've gone on to monetize their art and create their first one-shot manga. We're on a mission to help beginner mangakas like you who are stuck and stagnating to finally learn the right skills to create your first manga and share your unique story out into the world. If you want to learn the exact roadmap that pro-Japanese mangakas use to create their manga, then sign up to our free training. The link is in the description. First, let's understand what shonen even means. Shonen literally translates to young boy in Japanese. In manga, it's a demographic that targets young boys between the ages of 12 to 18. The earliest modern shonen manga is Astro Boy, and it's made by the godfather of manga himself, Osamu Tezuka. Astro Boy was published in 1952 by Kobunsha's Shonen magazine. A lot of people consider Astro Boy the origin of shonen tropes that we see in manga today. A lot of young boys at that time found Astro Boy so cool. I mean, who wouldn't? He was a 100,000 horsepower crime-fighting machine that could fly. He was powerful, but he was still a young boy trying to find his place in the world. That's why kids loved him. They could see themselves in him. And for the next 30 years or so, shonen manga only had a young boy as protagonists. It wasn't until the 1980s when shonen manga started having more female protagonists. Now, we have kick-ass female characters like Jolene Kujo from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, Claire from Claymore, and even Frieren from Frieren Beyond Journey's End. Shonen has continued to evolve over the years. Now, it's popular all over the world and so many people enjoy reading it. Not just young boys, but girls, teenagers, even adults. And the question is why? Why is it so appealing? And how can you incorporate that into your own manga? Let's break down the first ingredient to your shonen manga success. Creating a hero. What comes to mind when you think of a hero? Selflessness, courage, justice, someone you can look up to. A lot of protagonists in shonen stories have heroic qualities. They may not start out as the strongest character, but they never give up, no matter how hard it gets, and they bring hope to the people around them. Take Shoyo Hinata from Haikyuu, for example. He wants to become the ace of his high school volleyball team and make it to nationals. But he's super short at 163 centimeters and he's never actually had proper volleyball training. Despite this, he doesn't give up. He busts his butt off, constantly practicing and challenging himself. He continues to grow throughout the series and earns the respect of people who initially underestimated him. This is the kind of character readers would want to root for. Someone who isn't perfect, who makes mistakes, who's working hard to be better every day, just like us. Each shonen MC wouldn't be the hero they are though without going through an adventure. This is the second ingredient for your shonen manga success: the hero's journey. Shonen stories often feature the protagonist's journey of personal growth and fulfillment. They're out to achieve a goal, like Gon, who chose to become a hunter in order to find his father, or Deku, who wants to become the best hero in the world after receiving powers from All Might. Along the way, they meet allies and face obstacles. In the end, our MCs always come out as a better version of themselves, with new insights as they go back to their original community. A lot of the themes and common plot points of shonen stories actually follow what's known as the hero's journey. The hero's journey is a storytelling structure in popular media, such as books, movies, TV shows, and of course, manga. It's divided into 4 main parts: the call to adventure, supreme ordeal or initiation, transformation, and the hero's return. The hero's journey starts off with the call to adventure. Tanjiro started as a coal burner for his family. Naruto was the local delinquent troublemaker. Eren began as an ordinary citizen living within the walls. The beginning establishes the character's daily norm until something comes along to change that. Tanjiro's family gets slaughtered by demons, and his sister becomes a demon. Naruto finds out that the 9-tailed fox that ravaged Konoha is sealed inside him as he passes the Ninja Academy exam. Right before his eyes, Eren's mother is devoured by invading titans. These kind of fateful events force the hero to step out of their comfort zone. In some stories, the hero hesitates because of the danger ahead, and that's actually how Tanjiro felt. He was scared to become a demon slayer, but to save his sister, he had to overcome his fears. He had to rise up to the challenge. Adventure calls shonen characters to improve their skills and become the best. And now, this is your call to become the best mangaka you can be. We're asking you to step out of your comfort zone and join our online one-shot manga drawing program. You'll receive mentorship from pro-Japanese mangakas through live weekly Zoom sessions, and you'll be with a supportive community of fellow aspiring mangakas. We only have room to work with 4 more new students until the doors close. Book a free manga consultation call with us to see if we're a good fit to work together. The link is in the description. Next on the hero's journey is the supreme ordeal or initiation. Once the hero begins their journey, they're thrust into a new world. They experience new things, meet new people, and face new obstacles. This is where the hero meets their mentors. Tanjiro meets Urokodaki, Naruto meets Kakashi, and eventually Jiraiya. Eren meets Levi and Erwin. The mentors guide, nurture, and train the young, naive protagonist for their journey into the new world. That's why we often see training arcs in shonen manga. Training arcs show the dedication of the hero to prepare themselves for the obstacles ahead. Dragon Ball is a very good example of a training arc. Goku pushed giant boulders, climbed towers so high even airplanes couldn't reach the top. And of course, martial arts masters provided countless combat training. They even dedicated objects for training like the hyperbolic time chamber. The chamber slowed down time. 1 year inside the chamber was equivalent to 1 day on the outside. So Goku and his comrades had more time to train. Wouldn't that be useful in real life? Another example is Deku training to become a fitting host for All Might's power. Otherwise, his limbs would come off and his body would explode without proper training. Even Demon Slayer had a whole season as a training arc. All this hard work shows the hero's determination to survive in the new world. This is also when the hero meets new friends that aid them in their journey. People like Kuririn and Piccolo, or Zenitsu and Inosuke, or Luffy's entire pirate crew. And with new friends come new challenges, side quests, duels, tournament arcs. These tests reveal the hero's abilities and growth. To recap, in the Supreme Ordeal or Initiation stage, your MC experiences new adventures and meets their mentors, undergoes training, meets new friends, and overcomes new challenges. At this point, the hero has committed to the path that leads them to the biggest challenge, which brings us to their transformation. This stage in the hero's journey involves your MC facing their greatest rivals, fears, or even insecurities. Let's take Naruto during the Pain arc. Pain is the biggest threat yet, and he destroys the Hidden Leaf village. Naruto fights Pain. People once saw Naruto as clumsy and irrational, but now he stands against someone even his mentors couldn't defeat. It's like facing the final boss in the story, and this is where your MC puts their training to the test. Everything that the hero worked hard for has led them here. Their loved ones are in danger, and they face the ultimate threat, death. And that's what pushed Naruto to transform, to rise to the challenge of becoming the savior of the village. In the end, Naruto wins and the village celebrates him as their hero. He's finally recognized by the people that shunned him. And that wraps up the hero's journey, with your hero going back on the road home or the hero's return. I mean, who doesn't love a happy ending? After facing the biggest challenge, the hero returns home and the characters are transformed by the end. This is why shonen is so popular. People get to see the struggles of the main characters and watch them grow. According to My Hero Academia mangaka Kohei Horikoshi, when he's making manga, he thinks about how unsightly or awesome it can be when a character is covered in filth and struggling desperately and having them rise up from that. Because that's what shonen is all about, rooting for the main character as they grow, persevere, and meet friends along the way. Now, let's look at the final recipe to creating a successful shonen manga, the visuals. Check out these pages from One Piece, Full Metal Alchemist, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. How would you describe them? Let us know in the comments below. These pages are exciting, thrilling, intense. That's the heart of shonen. Stories that keep you on edge with action, emotion, and high-stake challenges. Mangakas aim to give readers a front row seat to all of that, using extreme camera angles, speed lines, and big sound effects known as ryongo in Japanese. As the saying goes, action speaks louder than words. Since shonen is action-heavy, the paneling can be experimental to emphasize movement or the scene's grand scale. Compare that to more uniform panel layouts in other manga. Shonen uses a lot of diagonal, asymmetrical paneling. Characters can even feel like they're jumping out of the panels. Look at these spreads, for example. What do you notice? Large sound effects, lots of speed lines to emphasize speed and movement, dynamic panels, and action poses. It feels like these characters are moving. If you want to make sure your shonen action scenes make a strong impact, then you'll need to work on your dynamic poses and angles. Here's a video to break down how you can practice that.